Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be showing you how to use the new execute command. So, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just more built on, like, upon the old execute command. But the thing with the new execute command is that it doesn't always execute where the person is staying. So before you can just do like slash execute at s, then this, and then you can do whatever you want there, and it'll execute exactly where you're standing. But now you have to do like a different like strand of the command to make it so it happens right where they're standing. So that's kind of annoying, but I mean it's fine. It's not really a big deal. So right now we're just gonna start off with going down the list of things we have right here. So yeah, let's start. So first off we have as, and as is like the player that you're executing for. So if I do as add a, and then I don't know, like has item equals apple or something like that, right? So this is executing at like pretty much everyone that has an apple. So yeah, it's like the first component. Let's do run. Uh, give us more apples. All right. So I'm gonna copy all of this, and I'm just gonna paste into this command block. So now, if I grab myself an apple, I'll get more apples. So, yep. Alright, so the next one is at. Now, at is like where the person is standing pretty much. So if you want to do a fill command where like wherever they jump around, they'll get like a block put underneath them. So yeah, it's pretty much what at does. It'll make the command right where they're standing. So to do an example with this, I'm just gonna do the as. So at the person that is, well, let me make this up. Uh, at the person, and then where they're standing. So yeah, pretty much you'll do this to execute exactly where they're standing. So let's do as at p run fill. I don't know, like, well, let's just use that block because that's easier. Let's do bedrock, and there you go. Now I'll set bedrock right where I'm standing. So if I copy this, paste it in the command block, then it'll do it right where I'm standing. Or, well, below me, since that's where I'm placing the block in the command block. Alright, so the next one we're going to be looking at is if. So pretty much this is if the, like if the entity or if the block or if the score is equal to what you put into the, like, input or whatever, it'll execute the command. So if I do as at a at s, so this will execute where they are. So we're squishing all the things that I just showed you into one. If you do if, I'll just start off with block, block -1. So this is like kind of like the detect command. So execute at a, the tildes, and then detect, and then where and what block it is. But the good thing with this one is it doesn't have to be a specific data value. So you can just do like, well, not air's not a really good one, but log or something like that, and it'll be under any log, or when you're standing on top of any log. So that one's just really nice. You can also just put the data value if you want to select a specific log in the first place, so you can just do this anyway. But I'll just do any log, and then I'll do run give as apple. So I'm going to copy all that. Alright, give it as apple. So now if I stood on any log, no matter what the area it's pointing, I should get an apple. So if I'm correct, it should be any log. So yeah, there you go. So you can specify the specific position or type of log if you want in the command with the data values as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So next on if, we're going to do blocks. So this is like test for blocks. It takes two coordinates, the beginning and end coordinates, and then they test for if the blocks are there. It's pretty much just like test for blocks. You can look up a tutorial on how that works, and then you can just put in here. It's just like more useful than like the detect command, because you can detect multiple blocks at a time, so it's pretty helpful. Next we're going to do entity. So this is if the player is like near an entity. Uh, so yeah, if I just like at E equals sheep articles 5 run give at P apple. So if I summon a sheep and I run the command, I'll get an apple, but only if I'm near it. So if I click close, another apple, and if I put it into the command block, whenever I go near a sheep, I'll get an apple. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next one is score. Now this one's a bit more on the complicated side, but pretty much if it, like, you can make it so it matches different scores. So you can have like a score that's less than someone else's. So if I do this, then I'll just do like i.e. typical sheep A, and then run. I don't know, just like anything, enchant at P sharpness, I guess. So if the sheep has a higher score than me, then I will get an enchanted sharpness. So I'm just gonna put sheep A, put it like 90 or something like that. So I'm gonna grab a sword. Then I'm enchanted with sharpness because the sheep has a stronger, not a stronger, but a higher score than me. Okay, now we're gonna move on to unless, because run is just executing the command. So we're gonna go into unless. So this is like if it isn't, pretty much is what's happening. So if you do the block that they're standing on is, actually let's do the block is air. So if they aren't standing like, well, if they aren't in an air, like if they're in air, I guess, I don't know, something like that. I'm just gonna make it so it damages them. So we go into survival. I'm just running around. If we go to anything that isn't air, this is gonna be just like grass, anything that obstructs the air, like right at my feet. So we go over here. I'll step in grass. I'll take damage. When I'm in water, I'll take damage. You know, stuff like that. Sugarcane, even damage. So yeah, just like anything like that, I'll take damage if I'm not standing in an air. I already showed you what everything is for the rest of these data values, so that's pretty much it. You can string these together like pretty much as long as you want, as long as you don't put a run down. So you can do as a S, as a S, as a S. But as soon as you put a run down, then you have to display a command, and then I don't know, just boat and data, whatever. Then you know runs the command, but you can't put anything after that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you later.